Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to I'm No Rookie, episode 26. Teaching some more Metal Gear Ghost Babel to SolidTony. This is now going to be part 4 of our Ghost Babel series. We've nearly covered the whole game. We're in the tail end of things. Very exciting. How are you doing, Tony?
Pretty good.
Fantastic. Are you excited for the big stage 9? We're almost to the double digits. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
10 is larger than 9. Hot tip.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I really am. Gonna pull out my notepad and take down some notes.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need some notes for 9. Kind of hard to hear, Tony. Hang on.
Check. No.
Just boost this up.
Okay. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Stage 9 is a mystery to me right now.
I think that's yeah, there we go. We're good. So if y'all have never seen an episode of I'm No Rookie before, we are going to do several hours of tutorials and education. I will be teaching Tony some Metal Gear Ghost Babel, and we will switch off and both play the game. I'll show him stuff, he'll do some stuff, and it'll be a nice organic process back and forth. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh no, where did I go? Don't worry, I'll show up.
I was going to say,
go.
There you go.
I was late to the party. It's all good. We're here. So, welcome to stage 9. This stage really isn't that hard, if you ask me. This is not that hard of a stage. But it can really ruin your run once you get very competent at the game. So you remember last time that I was talking to you, rambling to you about pillars and how there's spots on certain pillars that you have to look out for. And in this stage, this is where it all comes to a head, where we're actually going to start planting C4 at these pillars. Okay? So I would suggest having on the side the screenshots that are in the wiki could be better, because I should have actually marked them, the available positions on those pillars. I just have screenshots of it's this pillar and that pillar. But you can definitely have that open for those screenshots as reference. Part of it is just getting very familiar with the power plant, right? When you're familiar with this level, then you'll know where all the pillars are, and eventually looking through all these pillar spots is going to be second nature to you, right? So let us begin. So we just defeated Pyro Bison. We get a rank up. Immediately go over here and press the elevator button. Then you're going to walk back and pick up this ration, since it's free, right? Completely free. And then this spot right here, that's a pillar spot. This is a good one, right? This is very convenient. But the one down below, that is also a pillar spot. That one is bad. You really don't want this spot, because you're going to have to go out of your way to get this. All right. There's nothing else to do here besides wait for the elevator. So the first thing you have to do in this stage is the game wants you to go like try and blow up the generator on its own, but we have to go look at the generator and see that there's an electrified floor there to confirm, oh, we can't do that. So that's the first thing we have to do. After that point, we can start planting C4. So, for example, that where that ration was up there, even if there was a pillar spot up there, you don't want to plant your C4. It doesn't do anything. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. So you have to come back on the way back to do that. So at this point, if you just run straight down here, you're not going to be able to open this door. So you have to diagonal just a moment. Okay. Just a little trick. On higher difficulties, there's a guard here, but there isn't one on easy. So just run around in the gas. Right here, I hold down left, and that buffers me to get through this door. You see that? So there's no trickery here. You just run into this corner and just keep on holding down left. And then you're going to run straight here. On other difficulties, there's going to be guards here, but there's nothing here on easy. So this is really chill on easy. There's nothing to worry about. Like, this is super simple. So now we can start planting C4 at pillars. So this right here, this spot where this C4 is, always come up here and check. Okay, because this is pretty, unless you know for a fact you've seen all 4 pillar spots already, you should come up here because you get a package of C4 for your trouble and you get this spot potentially, okay? So right after you get that little cutscene, you want to head up here and do that. You could technically like look at this, like you could run to the right here and like on the other side of this wall, you could run over here and like lean on the wall and check that way. And that might be faster, but you are also like losing out on C4. That could be a potential time save in a certain RNG situation, but again, you don't have C4. And like for me, I came into this with 3 C4 and you need 4 total to blow up the power plant, right? So that's kind of a problem. But I just felt like mentioning that. I'm going to go back to the elevator and then I'll let you catch up, okay? Because this whole part is pretty simple, just, you know. So after you go up there, you go back down. Right here, I come down here and then I can check this spot. So this is what I call deep basement, this pillar. There's 2 spots on the left side and then 1 spot on the right side on the opposite screen. You remember that room with like all those generators where you had to like go into that little room to get an ID card?
Yeah.
So on the opposite side of this wall, there is a spot on the top corner, which is also this pillar. And just as a reminder that since we see this spot on this pillar, there is no other spot that can exist on this pillar. There's only 1 spot per pillar. I know you were a little bit confused last time, but hopefully you understand what I mean by that you can't have 2 spots on a pillar, 3 spots. There's only 1 exposed point if it's on a pillar. So now that I know, okay, this pillar has a spot, I can just run straight to this spot, right? I don't need to check the other side, you know, because I already know, okay, that's the one. So if I were like speedrunning, I wanted to be fast about this, I would come into this screen, I would pause, and I could see like, oh, okay, that's a spot or not. Right here is a mine detector. Again, you don't really need that, but that is a mine detector. So I would just like run onto the screen, pause, or don't pause. It's up to you whether you want to pause scum or not to check. Then you're like, okay, that's a spot. And I'm going to run back. And now you just run through the gas again. Again, super chill. There's no guards, so this is just purely movement. Then you press the elevator button, and now you check over here. So that C4 pillar that we looked before, that we ran up to, this is the opposite side of that pillar. So you want to look here, because this can be a spot as well. You just do that after you press the elevator button. Okay, so now that I have entered the elevator, let's take it on over to you and you can catch up.
Okay. Just gonna lower it a little quick. Okay.
No questions so far, I take it.
Nope.
Oh yeah, do not, if you run backwards here, Chris is going to call you and be like, you need to go down. So just, you want to run straight for the elevator. And then you go pick up your ration and check this pillar. Okay, there's nothing there. So now you just wait at the door. This is one of those stages where, you know, the higher difficulties is a little bit harder. Not like crazy harder. You go straight down and just weave yourself around this hallway.
Oh, I need the...
Yep, need the card. You should always, like, default to the card. Whenever you're in a, the best thing to do is just default to card. So, really only want to equip some, like, your ration if you're about to go into a boss fight or you're doing Nikita skip or something like that. Alright, so we don't have a spot here. It's unfortunate. That's a very good spot. And you check, so we have a spot down there. It's the same spot I have. I call that... What's up?
I was gonna say, I thought that door was an elevator for some reason. I just punched it, but... Alright, so...
Well, there is the punch the door strat to buffer your movement, so it's not the worst thought. You didn't press the elevator button. Okay, now go check the other pillar. Don't wait here. You need to go check. Right side. Right side. Okay. You do not, like, it's... I want to emphasize this to you. You do not want to forget a very convenient spot that you can see for free, because you'll be very sad. It's sort of... think of it like the ditch card in MGS1. You know, like, you miss a spot. It's much worse in this game, though, because it's not a ditch you're running around for 30 seconds. This is a large stage, and if you missed a spot over here, you'd have to come all the way back over here, ride the elevator down. You really don't want to do that. So, okay. I just want to, like, make that supremely clear. Write down notes, keep screenshots out, whatever you need to do so that you do not forget. Because until there is a reliable RNG manipulation, you know, you have to play deduction.
Okay.
If and when there is a reliable RNG manipulation, then we will just know, oh, I know where all the pillars are because I pressed frame perfect inputs on the menu or whatever, but that's a completely different thing that I cannot teach you. Okay. So I will continue on. So, yeah, just get into the elevator and head up to the first floor. This stage is really loosey-goosey because I'm going to have to just show you a bunch of different potential realities, which is annoying, but there's not really much else I can do because the routing here is fluid, you know? There's no certainty with it, right? So we ride the elevator up, I already know I have to go into the basement, which is not good, but what are you gonna do? So down here, it's 2 spots, right? So this pillar has 4 spots in total. There's this, and then there's this. Okay. And then over here as well. Now, while you're fighting Pyro Bison, you can check these spots over here, right? Because you're already over here. So while you're fighting Pyro Bison and you're just shooting at him, take note at this pillar and you can see if you have these spots or not, right? I didn't tell you that last time because I just wanted you to focus on fighting Pyro Bison, but that's just something to be aware of. And besides, the fight is not that hard, so it's not like you have to devote all your attention to that and you can't notice, oh, there's the pillar spot or not. Down here are some grenades. I'm gonna suggest that you pick them up. So what you would do, assuming you know that there's no pillar spot over on this side, you would just go down right like this, and you can still see these spots. But if I know personally, if I don't see a spot on this side, the left side, I'll just go down like this and then start turning once I can see that, okay, there are no spots on this pillar. Does that make sense? Rather than just like going super wide and then like, oh, I gotta turn around, right? This is just a very minor movement optimization. Then I go pick up these grenades and then go to the door. So we have a spot here. Boom. You can do a cam shot here for this camera. So that up there is a spot, obviously, because I planted a C4. This can be a spot, and then directly above me is also a spot. This right here, as far as I'm aware, is not a spot where I'm knocking. So when you will be coming back through this area eventually. You see where C3 is? You will be going over there. So you don't have to like duck into this little alcove to check this spot. You'll be coming back here later. Okay, so CDOS, you've had this spot where I'm at, so that is possible. Must be just extraordinarily rare. Do you have like a screenshot or a clip of that? Because I feel like I've never seen this spot before. That's good to know. Okay, well, in that case, you can like duck in here. Sometimes I have ducked in here while on Nikita skip, which is something more on. Okay, but so this is sort of apocryphal, but I'm going to trust that CDOS is correct in what she's saying, that she's seen this before. Okay. But it's extremely rare, apparently. I don't feel like I've ever seen this spot. Maybe Bad Humans has, I'm not sure, but if it does exist, it is super rare, super duper rare. It's really weird, like, oh yeah, if you want to avoid this, you have to like, you can't like be wide here. It's really weird. You have to like be closer to the camera. Of course, I don't think it really matters if you get spotted by this camera on any percent. Because this area doesn't really matter, and the alert clears so fast that I think you can just kind of go for it. Don't quote me on that, though. Anyways, so when you come back, you can check like that. The thing is that when I come through here the first time and I pick up these grenades during Nikita skip, you can just barely see the corner. You see that? I can barely just barely see the corner of this pillar, and I could know whether it's exposed or not. But you can check both by just coming over here and poking. That is the worst spot in the game, FYI. But I'm going to go over here and show you this area. So this area is weird. Like, it's kind of a gamble whether you really want to check this area or not. Because I'm going to cam shot so I don't get shot. So these two spots, these are potential spots as well. So this is where you kind of have to decide how risky or safe you want to be. Like, let's say you have not, because at this point I have seen every spot. I know every I know where all my spots are. But like, let's say you didn't check everywhere and you weren't sure. You know, there could be like a couple spots that you have not seen yet. So you could say, "Oh, I'm not going to check over here," and you'll just go straight to the basement for that other spot. So it's risky, but coming in here does waste a little bit of time to check this. Of course, you will have to come in here if you get the spot below the ration that we looked at the start of the stage. So over here is some R5 ammo. You do not need this, but it's just something to bring up. There's some C4 here as well. Thing is if you have to go to that pillar spot by the C4, you're gonna have to blow up this panel. Like, you're not doing. It doesn't make sense to do a floor skip here. So you just run up here, get that C4 for free, toss the grenade, and then run up. And then you would plant the C4 like this. And at this point, if you were extraordinarily unlucky and you had both this spot and the vent, what I call the vent pillar, you would start crawling right here and crawl back over. It's like slightly faster because then you're already on the left side. But it's just a bit of a weird thing, but that is like pretty much the worst luck you can possibly get if you get both of those spots. Oh, I was right the first time. Okay. So I have this spot in what I call the vent pillar. So you're gonna have to crawl. You go up right, up left, down left, crawling backwards for some reason. And then you're here. It's super slow. You don't have the Nikita, and you don't have the Nikita, so don't worry about those boxes. Oh, worthwhile mentioning as well, be aware that you need to be close to the pillar. Like, you want to run up on the pillar. Don't try to plant it like this. Trying to, like... See, even when I'm, like, my foot's on the edge, it's not working. Still not working. There you go. So just, like, you need to be flush with it. Run up onto the pillar. Don't worry, you can't, like... He's not going to, like, go against the wall on this exposed spot, all right? So no need to worry about that. Just make sure you run up and then plant it. I've seen people, like, try to plant it way too early, and then they just have to stand back up. So that's just, like, a little tip. Then you're going to have to crawl all the way back. Like that. Now, what I was saying before about if you have... See, like, this is... You're closer already on this side. So if you had, like, awful luck, you would want to crawl like this and get to this other spot. But I feel very bad for you if you get this luck. Like, even though that saves time, this is still, like... You have almost, like, on, like, the full suite of bad luck The only way this is worse is if you get deep basement on top of this, and then, you want to cry because, like, you're wasting minutes, like literal minutes. It's so bad. Okay, I know that's a lot. Like, a lot of this is just information because I can't really show you. I can't really show you the stage per se. I can only show you methodology and like reasoning. And obviously like how to move appropriately, right? I'm gonna show over here on the first floor, and then I'll let you kind of like shadow box a little bit. Just like, you have to get comfortable at this stage period. You have to get comfortable about like what's the potential lines I need to take. Did I count all my pillars? All of that. So down here is grenades. So I'm just gonna say pick up all grenades for convenience sake. These are not that far out of the way. They're worthwhile picking up. So until you're, getting more comfortable, you want to pick up all the grenades you can. So you just run along this wall and then you pick up the grenade like that. Okay. And then you're going to want a cam shot here or throw a chaff. And then you're going to avoid this turret and that camera. It is faster to run along this than go in the middle because you have to like snake around and all that. So this is easy. Even though it seems like you're going wide, this is better than going through the middle. I've timed it. Just make sure you do not run into the surveillance camera. You need to cam shot or throw a chaff. So just putting that out there. Now, ideally, you would have this be your fourth spot, this or this, and then you would just leave at that point and head on home. But I am not done, so we're going to have to go to the basement. Okay, I'm going to let you catch up. So do you have any questions about, like, the methodology here or the thought process?
No, it's pretty straightforward stuff. I think it's just memorizing the potential areas of the pillars is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, like, seriously, just have some reference material out from the wiki. Have some notes just so you know, you're familiar about where you need to go. I'll let you catch up now. Basically, what I want you to do is essentially shadow box this whole thing. So you want to, go to the left area, check all the pillar spots, and I will mention if you did not check a spot. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm not going to expect that you remember where all your spots are right now. Well, we did see one. I'm sure you're aware of that one, correct? That one in the deep basement. So we know one. All right. Onward ho,
All right.
Mr. Tony.
Okay, so this isn't a spot, correct?
No, it has to be exposed. So
Right.
that can be a spot, but it's not a spot this time.
Right. That's what I was trying to understand. Okay.
Yep.
This is needs. Oh, C4. That's not a spot. That's
So you have nothing in Bison's room. Go pick up those grenades in the corner. Nice.
oh, whoops.
It's okay.
Oh, that's a spot right up there.
So you want to don't run away. You don't want to have to come back through this area ever again. Like once you exit this door, just go plan it. It's okay. They're not going to bother you. I didn't mention this, but once you go through this card door, like you never want to come back because it makes no sense. You should have already like checked everything at that point. you know?
Okay, so that's not a spot.
Correct. You don't need to lean for it. You can see it clearly from that standing position. Nope. We want to go
Oh.
left first. We want to go left first. You want to lean
right.
to check that what I call the vent pillar. Because if you're going, you shouldn't. The method here is there's no reason to check this first when you could check vent pillar first. Does that make sense? Because you're already over there. So you lean over there and you see, okay, is the is it open or not? So like something that's really easy to do. Let me move back over there. How I approach this. So like it's like when I go over here, I like to like do it like this. This is
Oh.
very, you just check like that, and you can just see, because what you just did, you didn't check this, but you decided to go to the left, which technically speaking, yes, that would be faster than having to deal with the vent, but the vent information is more convenient than the information you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, was there a spot over there? I wasn't looking on your screen.
I didn't check.
Okay.
Should I just go ahead and check this and say ready?
You might as well just, just to see it. You're already
This
over
is
here.
so it's this. And
These
that's
two,
it.
so it's blank. So at this point, you want to just turn back.
Okay, got it.
If you were to go up to that C4 spot, you would go along the left side and throw a grenade at that panel that I was showing you before. So
That's a spot.
you don't have to go here per se, but so yeah, that's a spot. So you're gonna have to go through the vent. At this point, sadly. Now you can feel in real time how long this takes. Like, this for real loses a minute. So this is why this spot is awful. You don't want to turn, just hold your diagonals. You're losing time by because when you have to turn when you're crawling, Snake has to literally turn on the ground. So you want to just hold diagonals in this part. So you go down left to down right, up left to up right, that kind of thing.
It's Nikita. Okay.
Yep, none of this is useful to you. You already you skipped the thing, so you will get it later. Just not right now.
And now for this, is it up and to the left or?
Now you're gonna go down right. Once you get into this, you go up right, and then you're going down right. Yep. That upward T intersection, you would only use that if you had that horrible luck that I was mentioning to you earlier, and you would crawl in the event from that top side rather than the other side.
Okay.
Now you're going to go to the right.
Okay.
Because you've basically what we just did, we checked everything on the left side. So now all that's left is the basement.
Okay.
So you see, we have been sniffing everything from the building. So we just go sweep back and forth in each area, and then we never have to come back to that area.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go back to the basement on the right side, which is not this way.
Oh, it's not.
No, we're going back to the entrance. So, like I said,
I forgot.
it's you go to the right. So, I'll run this through you again. When you are doing stage 9, you are sweeping each area for each pillar, and then you're moving on to the next area, and you do not want to come back to the previous areas because that meant you missed something. And the only reason that should happen is if you were taking a risk and saying, I'm not checking that pillar, right? Otherwise, you're wasting more time. It's the same thing with the ditch. Like, oh, I'm going to skip that spot because it's slower. Well, okay, but then you're going to have to come back and look for it anyways because you didn't get lucky. So you should have, it's a similar mindset, but it's way more punishing in this case because it's not 20 seconds. We're talking about, I need to backtrack a minute. Or if you had to go ride that elevator that you started the stage with, you'd have to go all the way back through Bison's room, ride the elevator back down, go to that spot you missed, ride the elevator all the way back up, walk all the way back to the entrance, which is a long time. So what you want to do at this point is go to the right, pick up those grenades, and then you're going to go up, cam shot or throw a chaff, and then you run up this corridor, and at this point, you're going to ride the elevator down. Ideally, you will never have to ride this elevator, okay? Ideally, you would get all the good spots and you would never have to ride this elevator, but sometimes you do. Most of the time, you actually do. So I'll let you catch up.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Forgot the cam shot.
Yeah, if you get shot the first time, that should be a signal I need to cam shot or throw a chaff. So if you're waiting for an alert at an elevator, you should just pound the door or get ready to pound the door.
Okay, and then you said go to the base?
You were going to the base. There are no pillars on the second floor. We will never go to the second floor. So you're going to the basement.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll show you what's the deal here. So now I know that was a week ago, but you should already know whether there's a spot over here because I told you to look at it before you did Nikita skip. And you should know if there's a spot over here because you should check that before Nikita skip as well. Okay. Now, remember how we did this damage boost? Do it again. Okay. But it's worthwhile noting the damage boost we did in stage 8 to go up here, you cannot do on stage 9 for whatever reason. It's very strange, but you can only do that on 8, not on 9. So when you're coming back this way, you have to go wide. It's just this weird thing. I don't know why, it just is. So this is a really common spot. You'll see this spot very often. I'd say this spot shows up like 50% of the time, unfortunately. Then the deeper we go in the basement, the worse it gets. So there's this spot. And then, of course, as we know, both of us have the spot over here. Good strategy in general is that you want to have your last C4 plant to be as close to the door to this place as possible. Do you remember where the door to the power plant is? You remember where we came in stage 8?
No.
Okay, so it's by that elevator we just took down.
Okay.
So it's to the right of that elevator. Yeah, I cannot emphasize enough how much you have to be familiar with this stage. Just like in and out, except the second floor. You can ignore that, thankfully. So we always want to plant our last C4 as close as possible to that door. Just gonna ignore this guy. So once I go in this room, the alert clears. If you're doing rank 1, you would have to do something there, but we don't have to worry about that. So that's my last C4. At this point now, we need to leave, so I'm just gonna mosey on out. Like that. Once I hit this door, he's gonna tell me to blow up the power plant now. There's no time. I'm going to pause right here, and I'm gonna let you go through the basement here.
Okay. So here, oh, there's a spot.
So that's good, but like I said to you before, you'd rather plant that as your last one, not your first. And the reason for that is because of what's about to happen on my screen. Because once the building starts falling apart, you have random rubble falling from the ceiling. And if that hits you, you're losing time. So always have your last C4 plant be as close as possible to the exit.
Okay.
It's no big deal because you're going to be familiar with the flame pattern in the basement now because you're planting as deep in the basement as possible, and you'll see exactly what I mean because you saw that I had that Kodak right at the door. You're going to have it way earlier than that.
Well, that
To the
pillar
left.
didn't have...
Yeah,
Oh,
not
wait.
over here.
Oops.
Yep, nowhere near here. Did I walk over here?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I forgot.
Down
over
left.
Here. Down left.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah, everywhere, every direction except the one that you're supposed to go. So we're gonna have to go through this stage a couple times.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Also, as you can see, this is like the one stage where lag can be a real issue if you go on alert. Usually this game doesn't lag that much, but so up.
Oh, just...
Nope.
Whoops.
Yeah, nope. You go straight up from the door.
Okay.
The good news is that will never happen in a run.
Okay, yeah, and I see what you mean. It's better being at the elevator than right here.
Yep, because now you're going to have to deal with random rubble falling from the ceiling, and you have to avoid fire on the ground. So ideally, you will not have this be your last spot because it's basically like the worst spot to have.
Okay, so should I just wait right here, or?
Yeah, just pause, and I will. I mean, this part There's a fire map on the wiki as well, so you can see how this is all laid out. Oops. So do not hold up left when you exit like this. You will run straight into fire. So don't do that. Don't run straight for the elevator. You want to turn around like that. As you can see, the rubble just falls. You have no control over it, unfortunately. What we're going to do, there's two ways you can approach this. It's the lazy way or the hard way. You're going to boost through this fire, because otherwise what you'd have to do is run all the way around, and it takes a long time. So don't do that. The only reason why you would do that is if you were like on very hard and you had no HP and you don't want to die. But you can also run through, there's like a little gap between these flames. It's really tricky. Where's this gap? I know this gap exists. It's really tight. My gosh. There we go. There's the gap. Jeez Louise, it's really tight. So I wouldn't really worry about that, but I'm just letting you know that it exists. The easiest thing is just run right when you exit the elevator. If you're really unlucky, while you're trying to go against the wall here, a rock will fall, and then you're going to have to go against the wall again. It's really annoying. But you're going to exit down here. This is the door we entered. So your goal is to come back to this door. Don't mess around. You want to just exit at this point. You shouldn't go back through the base of the power plant. You should have already picked up everything you needed to pick up. Okay. So I'm going to let you walk to the end here.
Oh, whoops. Oh.
Yeah, I mean that damage boost might actually be faster. I'm not too sure.
Oh, whoops. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you can't damage boost like that.
Oh, is it? Is this way clear? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep. You actually don't want card out, oddly enough. You want rations out for the next, because the next thing you're going to do is fight a boss, so...
Okay.
Rations and grenades, yep.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Let's run straight.
Yeah, don't bother with that. It's just... I just wanted to show that to you that you can, not that you should, but just awareness factor. If you wanted to get really good at stage 9, you'd want to get good at that flame run. Then you exit out the door. All right, I'm going to go through this again. I'm going to narrate everything I'm doing about like my thought process. Again, the very start of the stage is very simple. The rest of it is just being familiar with where you're going. So let's do this. So we start. come back over here, I get my ration, I check these 2 spots, and then I wait at the elevator. Then we go down. It's the only way you can go. Get my C4 and card out. It's the wrong dot. There we go. Go through the door. You're going to run around the gas hallway. Hold down left here. You already know where all the spots are, but you should pretend like you don't for practice. So you run up and go pick up this C4. Could be a spot. Then we're going to run down here. Pause. Check. Okay, I have deep basement. Now we're going to go back to the first floor. Run around the hallway. Go press the elevator button. Immediately go check for this spot. Then wait at the elevator again. Now we're going to the first floor. Hopefully we will not have to go back to the basement again, but sadly we will. If this is a spot, I would plant right here. Then I check. 1, 2. The spot with Pyro Bison, I should already know whether those exist or not. Got these grenades. Oh, there's a spot. Check. Sadly, I have that spot. Now I know that I have all the spots, but I'm going to pretend like I don't. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you why you want to cam shot here, because you're going to get hit. Boom. And then boom. So make sure to cam shot there. If I had the other spot, I would come in like this. Q. Throw a grenade. Run up here. Plant. Then run back. On the way down, you can check this spot over here. Again, don't forget to cam shot. And then you'd exit. Then we go to the right. Like I said, once I exit this room, I should not come back. Okay? I should never come back over here. You're done. Like, you're trying to leave this place, not stay. But, obviously, I'm not done because I have a vent pillar. So, up right, up left, down left, down right. Oops, it's the wrong button. Plants. Up left, up right, down right, down left. Then I'm going to pick up these grenades. Do not forget to cam shot here. Could have a spot right here. Could have a spot right here. Right here. I'm going to go to the basement. Should have paused, but whatever. should already know whether those spots on the left exist. At this point, shouldn't have to check that. So I have that spot. I'm going to leave that for last. Cut down over here. Careful of those puddles. Don't turn tight too early. Sometimes the guy can be mean. I mean, I think you could like come in here, pop him. He takes 2 shots. So then I'm gonna cut over, plant my last C4, gonna get a codec. You could throw a grenade like that at this point, just to cut over. Then you're gonna get this little cutscene of the plant exploding. Wait at the elevator door. Rubble is completely random. You have no control over it. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those blue lines. Run through the fire. Go down. See, that's what I was talking about, like getting unlucky with the rubble. Like I got hit again, and then I had to go against the wall again. Oh, I guess this is just like a little funny thing. This shouldn't happen, but you should be, I guess you should be aware of this. All right, you see this exit, right? If you
Yeah.
get hit by rubble, the moment you exit here and you die, the game is going to lock up in the next stage. So that's just something to be aware of. If you're like about to die and you see rubble falling right at the door, just wait because you really don't want to do that because your game is now over at that point. The game will crash. So yeah, that's stage 9. I'll let you give it a go again, and then we'll head on to stage 10.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Did I not make one?
Maybe not. It's okay. You can do Bison again. I'm gonna go charge my phone,
Okay.
so I'll be right back. Stage 9, once again emphasizing how much this game is about studying.
Yeah, it's really a lot. It's a doozy.
Yeah, until a RNG manip exists, that's just how this is. And even when the RNG manip exists, that you need to do very precise inputs before the game starts. So either way, it's work. The struggle is that for me, this is all intuitive because I've been doing this for 4 years. For someone coming fresh to this, it's like pretty overwhelming. This is the sort of reason why this is like one of the hardest, if not the hardest 2D games to learn.
I'm just gonna make a state. Let me Yeah, I'll do that one. It's fine. Okay. So, okay, check the spot.
I would honestly say out of all the Metal Gear games I've learned, this game is very much benefits from notes. Nope, you don't want to check this right now. You want to go straight down from the elevator when you exit. We always want to check that pillar on dead time, not live time.
Forgot about the card again.
I don't want to be too picky with you because a lot of this is just like doing the run a few times and then getting more familiar with it. I honestly think like everyone I've seen learn this game struggles with it at first. So,
All right, this is in the spot.
I think Jag could attest to granted Jag's a little bit different cuz he's run so many Metal Gear games and he's run like all the 2D games. But I think CDOS could attest to this that like it is a rough climb. So, if it gets a little bit frustrating, you're like, "Oh man, there's so much to remember." Like pretty much everyone's been there.
Yeah.
No one is good at this game to start. Yeah, you press the button first, then go check. Not stare at the elevator, then go check.
Right.
You know,
Let me
reasons.
go minutes.
Now we go up to the first floor. Once you see the elevator land, you should pause. Just
Yeah, I always blank out. I don't know why I can't.
it's because they're trying to think of everything ahead of time, but eventually that should become second nature to you. Okay, you should be going to the right.
Okay.
You're going back through the Pyro Bison room. You've already checked this area when you came here in the first place. So, good job. Remember those grenades.
Okay, this is a spot.
And then we check the vent pillar.
Oh.
Yeah, because so you just lean up on the wall. You don't need to go back to where I said before. All you have to do is lean up on like you're doing that just because I showed you this spot. You can lean from the wall you were at the bottom. I'm saying this to you because if you tend to forget, like you don't need to go back up. Like if you go for
like
the
right
door, go through the door on the bottom left side. No, not there. We're talking about the vent pillar. It's the pillar on the left side. Okay, you see where B4 is on the wall?
Yeah.
Well, there's actually two B4s, so this is a little bit confusing. Not the one by the electric floor, the one by the door on the left side.
That's right. Wow. Come on. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, just reset the room.
Okay, so I got this. Then
So then you go to the left, and you would lean up on the wall, past the door, and then you lean the camera. Now, do a cam shot so you don't get spotted by this camera. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about because you're getting a little bit confused. So do a cam shot so you don't get spotted here. Okay, this B4, lean up on the wall.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, whoops. Whoops.
Yeah, just go back. Lean up on the wall. So
Okay.
you can see
So
that. Okay. So if we're by the camera, I'm just trying to like get you to see where you can see this pillar so you don't have to run all the way back up. So we can see this spot, but we don't see the other spot. So cam shot.
oh, whoops.
And then you're going to lean. Yeah. Well, this is the spot you want to check. But if you forgot, you would lean up on the wall by the camera.
Right here.
Yeah, like right around the corner. Yes. If you have not seen all your pillar spots, it is very important that you check this. But I was just trying to show you that you don't like you started having you were like, oh, I need to go back to that spot. It's like, no, you don't. I just tell you to go to that spot because that's the spot you should go to. But if you forget, you shouldn't go back to that spot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like
No.
being a little bit too heavy on the
you-
reins. So now you're gonna check over here.
There isn't any.
Fantastic.
So now, do I have to check up here? There's nothing up here, right? I keep forgetting.
Well, I mean, you could do it just pantomime it. You can do that as well. Like you can do this little sequence in case you get this luck. So you pick up the C4. You already did a cam shot once. You don't need to do it twice. You have to blow up the panel. So you just pull out your grenades. You throw it at the panel. Boom.
And go up.
Then you go up.
Whoops.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no spot.
And there's that spot. Yep. Then you would come back the way you came. Again, it all feels weird because it's like, well, why am I going over here? But you have to be ready for any possibility.
Okay, so now I gotta go through the vent way because of that one pillar.
That's correct.
Oh, whoops.
This is like the ditch card on steroids. Whereas in the ditch card, it's like learn this line. This is learn these lines and learn deduction. Like, it's really loosey-goosey. And sometimes, like when I'm running, I actually pause and think for a moment, like, okay, that's that spot. Okay, then I'll go here, you know? Nope. Don't ever touch those. Those are absolutely worthless to you. Ooh, shiny is a policy that can lose you time in this game. Or potentially kill you. That's true. Come here often? I hope not. This sucks. Going through these vents.
Oh wait, whoops, this way. Okay, so now I'm done here.
Mm-hmm. Now you're going to the right. You will never come back.
Okay. Now, oh,
Now you need that cam shot.
that's right. I gotta go this way.
Yep.
There's nothing that I ran past.
Nope. Now you just wait at the elevator.
Now going back to B1. Oh,
Mhm.
whoops. Okay. Okay, this is a
Now we
spot.
damage boost. Yes, but you don't want to.
Oh, that's great. Ah, damn it.
It's okay. I mean, the benefit of this is you're going to be a little bit more familiar with the fire map. You're going down left.
Oops.
This is you're like doing stage 8 movement right now. That's why you're like,
Yeah.
So from just go back to down left. Yep.
Oh, oops.
And you cross over the puddle.
And this.
And you can double tap this guy or just run by him, whatever.
Okay.
Probably safer to double tap him because like stuff, but whatever. The better thing is to not get this pillar in the first place, am I right? So
Yeah.
all right, now we're gonna exit. You're gonna damage boost, which that may be faster. I'm honestly not sure.
Oh, whoops.
Very similar. Yeah, if you want to cut over like that, you're gonna have to throw a grenade at the generator.
Okay.
So it's something I mentioned to you when you were running stage 8, like there's a strategy that involves throwing a grenade at that generator to begin with. Because then like you don't have to run around as much, especially if you have to go basement again. Yep, grenades, rations. Run through the fire. Fundamentally, this stage is pretty simple once you are familiar with the map. Then
Yeah, I
it's
think.
just kind of rote memorization and just going through the motion. There's like on easy, there's like no guards to worry about. No Nikita skip. You're done with that.
Yeah, I think it's just learning the stage, like the pose and everything. So that's one thing that I gotta learn.
You'll get very familiar with the power plant. Don't you worry. All right, so just get through these cutscenes.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
As a,
Once you see once they've blown up all the artillery, then you're gonna make a save state.
any Metal Gear game wouldn't be complete without cutscenes.
Yeah, this is a particularly long chunk of cutscenes. Jimmy gets killed, and then there's some intrigue, then they blow up the artillery. All told, I think it's like nearly 2 minutes or something. Okay, so this stage is literally just a boss fight, which is very much in line with the end of the game. The next stage is the last stage where you're actually going to have to do stuff. By that I mean like navigate an area, get lost, that kind of thing. I assure you, you will probably get lost in stage 11, but it's the last stage you can get lost in. I mean, I guess you could get lost in stage 12, but it's basically a hallway. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And stage 13, there is no navigation to speak of. So, and we're going back up that hill that we tried to go up in stage 7. So, you remember all those mines?
Yeah.
They still exist.
Okay.
So, what you're going to see me do is the same movement, like the same thing. So, this is actually a good recap for stage 7 because the first part of stage 7 we're essentially doing again. Okay. So, stage 10 we're going to fight the Havoc helicopter. It's not the Hind, it's the Havoc. It's the sequel. I mean that literally, like in terms of the numbering, the Havoc is like one more than the Hindy. So I'm just going to hold straight up from the start. It's very important that you do not run into the mines on this stage because the Havoc is going to do damage to you, okay? So really try to remember where stuff is. And don't waste grenades. I'm forgetting what my buttons are. This is Nikita. You sadly do not have the Nikita, so you are not picking up Nikita ammo here. That is also Nikita ammo. You do not have the Nikita, so ignore this stuff. It's just funny. Like, the game puts it right in your path, but you can't use it. So, there is a ration right here. I would suggest picking it up. It's very convenient. And then you're going to climb this hill. So, coming up is grenades. So, grenades. Grenades. Just pick all this up. There is a ration over here, but it's a little bit more out of the way than the one I picked up earlier. So unless you have unless you're not maxed out, which you already are maxed out, you have 3. But if you're not maxed out, then you can pick that up. But you'll probably be maxed out. Once you get the next rank up, you'll be able to carry 4 rations. And then up here is grenades. Be very careful, because if you want to pick up these grenades, if you go upright too early, you'll enter the fight. So be careful about that. Okay. But you don't want to forget these grenades. Ideally, you'll have the max you can have going into this fight is 32 grenades. Okay. 32. Where I'm at right here, 29. You know, you should hopefully have a high 20. If you have, 20 grenades, like 2-0, that's pretty bad at this point. This is where we start evaluating how many grenades we've wasted in this run, because it'll be pretty apparent at this point if we wasted grenades or not. Okay. So that's all pretty basic. I'll let you catch up at this point. This is just preparation before the fight.
Okay.
Like I said, there's this is very simple. You just have to remember where those mines are.
What's it? Just it was
top of the L.
Yeah.
You literally like, oh, I'm safe. No, you're not. You did not pick up a mine.
Oh, I am.
You're already maxed out. You could heal and then pick up a ration since you blew yourself up. So I would suggest doing that once you get over to this next ration. Like, open to the menu, heal, and pick up the ration.
Oops. What the hell's my button for it?
Up. Up is items. Left and right is weapons. That is the codec. So you press the
go.
menu. Yeah.
I was
I
like
know
trying.
it's really whack, but that's Ghost Babel menuing for you. Not much you can do about that. Okay. So yeah, very important you enter a pause,
Oh,
because you're certainly not just gonna run into this fight. Okay. There's a very specific setup that we do at the start of this fight, so you pick up those grenades. 28, that's a good number. So if you go to the wiki, and I'll just link it to you, there is an image that shows how to do this movement setup at the start of this fight. You can get a free attack on the Havoc helicopter, but you have to hold up left and then turn up and then you throw a grenade. You turn up and throw when the helicopter appears on screen. So that's what you're going to do. And you're going to see me do it. I'm going to do the fight a few times. I'm not going to just like throw you into it. I'll talk about the fight. This fight could be really fast or it could be really slow if you're bad at it. There is luck to this fight, but a lot of this just comes down to you executing well. So even though there is luck, the luck shouldn't matter that much unless you're really bad at the fight. And then you could get supremely punished. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay. So I hold up left, and once I see the helicopter, I'm going to turn up and then throw a grenade. So I'm just holding up left, boom, and I immediately get a hit on the helicopter. So I'm going to do that again. Hold up left, turn up once you see the chopper and throw a grenade. And you're going to land the grenade every time. Once again, hold up left, run up once you see the helicopter and throw a grenade. Okay, I've said that enough. Now we're going to actually get into the fight. So there's 3 phases to this fight. Hope and pray that you are good enough at this fight that you never see phase 3, because that's where you can get punished very hard. We will go into phase 3. Phase 3 is bad. Like, you do not want to see phase 3. This is phase 1. Phase 1, the helicopter is going to be flying back and forth at the top of this ridge. Okay. The helicopter is going to go left to right, left to right. It has 2 options available to it. It can either shoot you with a machine gun, which is bad, or it can fire missiles at you, which is good. The reason why the missiles are good is that it gives you more time to throw grenades at the helicopter and it stands still. If you get the machine gun, it's bad because what the helicopter does, it like zooms back and forth on the cliff and it becomes much harder to hit the helicopter. So you want to see missiles. Like, you just want to see missiles all day. Ideally, you get all missiles. And if you play your cards right, you will be able to defeat the helicopter before it flies into phase 2. And that is a perfect Havoc fight. But that doesn't always happen. That's okay. And I have no expectation that you're going to be able to do a perfect Havoc fight your first go. This fight takes practice. So you get this free shot. And then I'm just going to, as you can see, if you throw a grenade like at the top of this ridge, this is just going to whiff. So that the hitbox for the helicopter, you can't just like stand like that and expect the thing is going to land. I don't even know if you can do it from, let me see if I can do this like that. Trying to hit the top of the base. Okay, you can. So you can stay at the top edge if you're hitting dead center, but I don't suggest doing that. Because that's kind of awkward. I would suggest being just a little bit to the south of the edge. Does that make sense? So you can have a little bit more room for the explosion to hit the center of the helicopter. So throw. See, that's bad luck. It's like I think you count like one Mississippi and then you throw another grenade, basically. Ideally, you don't get hit by the missiles. What you'll see me do, let me actually make a save state here at the start of the fight. Rewind here. Okay, there we go. So the way I avoid the missiles is I kind of see where the missiles are coming out because it's random where the missiles come out on the helicopter. It could show up on the left edge, the right edge of the helicopter, the middle, and then it like flies straight ahead. The explosion radius is huge. Okay, so you want to be you don't want to be in the middle of that. So you kind of want to you see like I'm trying to like be on the outside of the helicopter but close enough that I throw the grenades, right? So it's like, okay, the missiles are on that side. And avoid it. It's kind of like a very weird dance that I'm doing. So I'm one hit away from killing the helicopter. If I played my cards right, I had like the best luck there. You saw all missiles. The fight would have been over at this point because at this point the helicopter flies either to the left or right side, which is why I'm saying like you want all missiles because then you have to wait for the helicopter fly over and then it shows up and then you can start hitting it again. So that's why the ideal fight ends right here when he's or I don't know why I'm calling it a he, it's a helicopter. When the helicopter's along the top. Also the pilot is a woman, so um if the iframes work out, you can actually throw a grenade just before the helicopter comes up like that. Um but it's very tight and I probably would suggest not going for it unless you know for certain and you have a lot of practice in this fight. Um At that point, the helicopter flies either to the left or right side. It's completely random which. Um, Now you can use the radar here as a visual cue of when to throw this. It's like you see the little dot. You can time the chopper throw. Oops, I'm facing the wrong way. So I immediately throw it. I'm like already facing the helicopter. And then boom. It's like another freebie. It's less free than the first one that I did at the start of the fight because you know you kind of have to do some good timing there, but it can be free. I'll show what the helicopter does. It it strafes back and forth and then shoots the machine gun. Um, you have the HP to tank it, so what I do is I just run diagonal back and forth and try to catch the chopper with my grenades. Like so unlike with the top where I'm like, don't run along the top edge, you want to run along the edge here. Okay.
Okay.
And then you'll just diagonal back and forth. This is phase 3. Again, this is what I was saying, like, pray that you never see this. This is the bombardment. The Havoc is going to drop missiles on you. The problem with this phase, the problem with this phase is that if you get the bombardment, it's random how many passes the Havoc helicopter does, which is really bad. Like I've seen the Havoc helicopter do like 5 passes of a bombardment. It could do it once or could do like 5 times. So here I was lucky. It only did 1 bombardment and then it went back to phase 2. But that's why I'm saying like you can get punished really hard if you're not playing the fight well. Because like each pass takes, I don't know, like 5 or 6 seconds. So you imagine you get 5 passes where you can't hit the helicopter, you're losing 30 seconds on what is a short stage. So that's not good. um Taking a sip of water. So I didn't say this at the start, but the only option you have to hit the helicopter is the grenade since we don't have the Nikita. So
Right.
you have to get good at throwing the grenades. There is no other option. Zero other options in full game. In the individual level, you have access to the Nikita, but we do not here. So I'm going to do the fight a couple of times, and if you got questions or you can ask me, I'll try to narrate as well. Well, actually, do you have any questions before I do the fight a little bit?
Right now, I don't.
All right. So up, left, up. If you're timing the grenades well, it will look like he's always again, I'm saying it is always in iframes. The chopper is always in iframes. So that throw right there was not smart. I would have wasted a grenade there. Oh, careful about doing this. See this? Don't throw. This is why I was saying to you, throw diagonally. Do not throw left. Because you see I'm just throwing the grenades into oblivion here. Okay? So don't do that. Always throw diagonally when you're running up and down. And bad timing.
Oof.
This isn't going super well. This is very much like Slasher Hawk. You need to be familiar with your distance on your throw.
Is where the chopper appears on left or right, is that RNG or is that like
No, it's the center. It always starts at the center. It doesn't like go from. It doesn't like stop at the top and then go down. It always starts at the center. The randomness is whether it goes left or right.
Oh no, I meant like after the center. Like
Um, I think the chopper always goes down. I think. Actually, no. I think it might be random.
yeah, like I know that it starts at the top and then like is it like if it appears on the left side, does it stay on the left? Because that might be something to note. What?
Same deal as well. Like I could throw diagonally from that top edge. I'm just saying like it's better to give yourself a little bit of room anyways when you're at the top just so you can have a little bit of a movement space, I guess, with the missiles. Um Again, it's just you have to get used to controlling the grenade well. So I ideally like if you didn't finish the havoc up top, you'll finish it within like 1 to 2 hits on the side. Yeah, I'm throwing that way too early. This is why I really don't like machine gun. It like the chopper flies really far away. Man, that is so close. You see, like it's really tight to like get that grenade throw in before it flies off like that. You can also use an audio cue there to know when to throw the grenade. Like you'll hear the blades of the chopper start spinning, and then you know the chopper's approaching. So you could use the radar, you could use the chopper visual, I would use the audio. It's like, okay, because once you hear that and you throw and you react and throw the grenade, you're gonna hit it. And then see that? Like I just turned down left, threw the grenade, and it was perfect because I got shot, which kind of acts as a buffer. Throw the grenade, boom, done. If you were empty on grenades at this point, which I really hope you're not, but if you are, grenades can spawn at the top right or the top left corners. If kind of like with the hind in MGS1, like you empty out your grenades and go to 0 and then pick up your 4, but you really don't want that to happen because you want to have as many grenades going into endgame as possible. So okay, that's pretty much Havoc. I'll let you do it a few times.
Okay.
This is a really fun fight, if you ask me.
Oh, I
Oh,
I forgot about the up left.
I would just reload the save state and start again. You want to like grain that into your head. Also, sorry everyone watching. I forgot to turn the audio back to me when I was showing the fight, but it's fine. Oh, you don't have a save state right at Havoc.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you want that. Probably. That's enough crawling.
Oh, damn it.
You need to get around the L and then stand up.
Oh wait, whoops. Oh wait, I have a ration. What am I doing?
You want to just go up left from that screen. Period. You don't necessarily need to pick up the ration, but you should hold up left.
Oh, all right. Let me.
Yeah, I mean, you can practice that movement in the IL selection from the main menu. But this fight, like, just have a save state for this fight. It's that important. There you go.
Oh, whoops.
So that, yeah, you got to hit that center or be far back enough that it's going to just clip the pilot seat or whatever. So a little bit off on the timing. You need to be a little bit closer. This is what I'm saying, like running along the edge at this point and throwing diagonally. Like it is a little bit weird, like getting used to how the helicopter flies back and forth over here. It's on the left side.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna restore.
You want to throw diagonally on the left and right side. This IMO, it's much better than trying to perfectly throw left and match the helicopter that way.
Oh, whoops.
It's just for like that first throw on the left or right side that you throw directly left or right. Oh, and just for your own purposes, the helicopter does 4 attacks up top, and then it will fly away. You should be following the helicopter a little bit. That's better. Like, don't be lazy and just, like, stand there. You should try to adjust a little bit, because if you adjust a little bit, you'll be able to throw the grenade a little bit earlier than if you wait. And being lazy in phase 2 can lead to some serious problems, because if the bombardment lasts a long time, you could lose like half a minute, and it's really bad.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe on easy it only does 1 bombardment, but I'm not certain about that. I've seen 5 passes on very hard, so there is that. Maybe on easy the bombardment's always 1. Even so, it's still bad. All right, go again. Don't let me stop you.
Okay. Ah, I did it again.
Yeah, aim for the center.
Right side.
Don't move until you see which direction the chopper is flying to. There's no reason to guess. Like, there's no incentive to guessing. And, like, when I'm on the left or right side, what I'm doing is I'm staying close to the center, right? There's no reason to run way up or way down, because the chopper is pivoting back and forth, right? So if you're way up on one extreme and you miss, then you have to go all the way back down to try to meet the helicopter. Does that make sense? Like,
Mhm.
you want to just stay in a centralized location as much as you can. Obviously, when you're at the top and it's doing the missile attack, then you want to stay close to the helicopter. It's not moving, but on the sides, the helicopter is doing the machine gun attack always. So, you want to do it a couple more times? Do you want to see me do it a couple times?
I'd like to go again. If
Okay, go ahead. I love this fight. I think this is one of the most fun fights in the game, but it takes a little bit getting used to. This is sort of like Slasher Hawk multiplied by 2. Instead of slow moving boomerangs and a slow bird, you have this very fast moving target shooting missiles at you.
oh no.
Okay, that was pretty good. Again, you should be counting how many attacks it's doing on the top side, so you don't do that. And if you don't actually like time out your throw, that was still a good fight. I'm just being a little bit picky. If you do not know how to time out your throw when the helicopter shows up on the right or left side, you should not go for that throw, because you're just going to waste a grenade. It's not good. Try to be as lean as possible if you
Fine.
can help it. But that was a better fight. You didn't get bombardment. Smoking Ace asked what you think of the run so far.
It's very hard, but very fun. Just a lot of patience. You gotta have a
Yeah,
lot of.
you can't learn this run in a day. You just can't. You can learn a stage in a day, certainly, but you can't learn this run in a day. Challenge for the sake of challenge doesn't sound fun. It's not like hard because it's just a bad game that's just like unfair. It's hard because you have to be on your toes and know what's going on. You want to do it again?
Yeah, I'll give it one more go.
Okay. Then I'll do it a couple of times just so you can see the quote unquote master do it. And you'll do it a couple more times and then we'll move on to stage 11.
Oops.
What I like to do here is I like try to make little circles to position myself because the fact that you're always on the top edge makes this really hard. Also, you're not counting your attacks up top. Rather the attacks the chopper's doing. Good blind throw. Okay. So I'll do it a couple times. You think this fight's fun?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Not too frustrating. It's a bit harder than Pyro Bison.
Yeah, just a bit.
Aw, come on. Again, if I didn't whiff one of my throws, the fight would have been over. Oops. Again, if you're gonna throw straight ahead, you want to make sure to, oops, not be at the edge. Give yourself a little bit of distance. That's unlucky. 2 machine guns is pretty bad. See, I'm just like running back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. You just want to swivel, right? Like I'm just swiveling down, up, upright, or excuse me, upright, down, right, etc.
Okay.
All right, I'll let you do a couple more times and then we'll I guess we'll hit our final chunk,
Okay.
which I don't know if we're going to be able to teach all of stage 11.
Two.
Yeah, that throw was never going to work. You're throwing at the edge of the chopper. See, even if you miss a fair bit up top, like you should be able to finish it in phase 2. Like you should never see bombardment. All right, one more time.
I did the diagonal again.
And this is exactly why you have your rations out during this fight.
Ever do this?
Yeah, never throw up and down. That's never gonna work. There is no up and down when you're on the sides.
Oh, whoops.
Nope. Yeah, that inward throws
Oh, no.
into the interior.
That's so bad.
And then you need to stop going for that throw. It's not gonna work. Like most of the time, that last throw after the fourth attack from the Havoc is not going to work, which is why I'm telling you need to count attacks.
I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is.
It's on the right side. You should assume that the helicopter after bombardment is going to be on the opposite side, so you just run the direction the helicopter is flying to and then meet it over there. I don't even know if on easy the bombardment happens multiple times. It doesn't seem like it. So that was a pretty rough fight, and you have like very few grenades. Not good. Not to rub it in your face. I'm just saying, like, this is what I mean of, this fight. If you're not precise, you're going to lose a lot. All right, do you want to move on to stage 12? Or do you want to do some more of this?
You mean stage 11?
Or yeah, stage 11, excuse me.
I guess we could do could we run 9 and 10? Or is that not?
If you want to run 9 and 10, we can do 9 and 10, sure.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm just gonna like forget everything.
That's fair. How about you do 8, 9, 10? Because
Ooh, okay.
8 and 9 are kind of a package deal. I know we did 8 last week, but like you need to think of 8 and 9 as a package. They're not really separated. You know what I mean? Like that is a continuous thing. You check the pillars in stage 8, you check the pillars in stage 9, So we'll do 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Plus it'll be a nice little bit of review for you.
Yeah.
This is the part of the game where Tony starts questioning whether he should run this game. This is where everyone hits that. This is the second wall of Ghost Babel. His power plant.
Okay.
Besides, like, you have to know how to do Nikita Skip. It's non-negotiable. For all the picky stuff, I've been like, you're missing your grenade. It's like, well, whatever. But if you, forgetting to IGT abuse on the elevator, that's whatever. If you can do Nikita Skip every time, then we're living the dream. So. All right, good job. You're going the right way.
Oh, whoops. Froze there for a minute.
Yep. Wouldn't be the first time I've seen that. Well, now you get to start again. Which, by the by, adds to your IGT, but we have to go to that vent.
Oops.
It's literally one frame too early. Again, if you do not see the elevator start closing, you were a frame too early. Again, good idea, just slightly off execution. One frame off.
Oops.
Yep, you got to be at that narrow patch. And then we're going to the vent. And then after this vent, where are we going?
Down left.
Ultimately, we are going which direction, though? I mean, you are going to go down left, but where is the door in this room?
Is it down?
Down right. There's no door directly down. Southeast door. Yep, that puddle is electrified. There you go. The menuing will come with time. Now you need your grenade. That is not a pillar spot. Now we're going to damage boost. Okay, you forgot. It's alright. It's because you just did stage 9, but I'm trying to keep it in your head like damage boost stage 8, no damage boost stage 9. Okay, that's a pillar spot. So get your after you press the elevator button, you're going to get your stuff ready for Nikita skip. You remember what you need?
Rations and
Rations and C4, that's right. If you screw up your menus, the best time to do the menu again is when the elevator lands. So you want to do it at both times. Good job, you did the downright movement. Remember, tiptoe, take it easy, don't rush this. Measure twice, cut once. Almost looked like you turned a little bit too early there, but it worked out, so. Just remember to hold down left. Don't backtrack, you're going down left. You blow up the wall. Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's not where that is not where the hole is. It's at the bottom. Yeah, I can't believe that worked. I thought that was gonna fail again.
Oh,
You gotta plant the.
No, it's in the corner, right?
You plant the C4 in the corner. That's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you split Snake perfectly down the middle. So you're flush with the corner. Plant the C4. Cut Snake directly in half. With his shadow. Yep. Boom. There you go. Throw your stun. Okay, there was a. You want to pick up those grenades. You forgot them. You're just gonna have to pick those up on the next go around, sadly. You got a little bit herky jerky. You're like, oh, I gotta get to the door. But that sequence right there, you're just gonna have to, once you start like really getting into this game, you're gonna have to practice Nikita skip like every day. It's just how
Oh.
important it is.
Oh,
Nope,
God.
he's always to your top right when you start. He's nowhere else. He will be nowhere else in the area. I think you can still loop him from that position. You certainly can from here. Just be careful, you're pretty far away. Yeah, he's like walking away. Alright, we don't see pillar spots over there.
Right.
So you're always gonna get, even though that was a slow stage, not stage 8, you're always gonna get excellent because the game's like, damn, they got through floor 2 really fast. So even though in the speedrun context that wasn't excellent, it will always be excellent according to the game. Unless you took like 10 minutes doing Nikita skip or something. So how many pillar spots have we seen so far? Pop quiz.
There was 2. I saw 2 at least. Like you talking about pillar spots that
That actually exist.
was it 8, 9?
No, I mean I mean the
Like,
ones, when I say actually exist, I mean that have exposed points, excuse me.
oh, okay. I only saw 2.
I don't think you saw the second one, or what are the two? How about you tell me? What were the 2 spots you
I
saw?
uh I think it was basement.
Mhm.
Um
I'm
I don't
doing
I
this to
don't
you because you
I
have to
don't
do this during
remember.
the run. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
know. No, I really don't remember.
Okay, so the only one you actually saw was the one by the elevator in the basement. That's the only one you saw. So I don't think. Yeah, because on this save, it's deep basement, elevator. Yeah, you don't want to go right or else this happens.
Okay, so there's
You go
nope.
to the elevator first, then you go check. Because you want to do this during dead time. So you check your pillars, then you come back. Remember, your save, you have deep basement, by the elevator, vent pillar, and oh no, there's the one that's by the electric floor. So you did see 2. You weren't around when I was doing my big boss very hard attempts on my stream. But when I did those, I basically played in dead silence. The mic was on, but I was completely focused on the game. And frankly, like when you're starting out with this game, you pretty much want to do that too. Like you want to be really focused on this game until you're comfortable moving around and you're familiar with each stage. Then it all becomes kind of intuitive and you're in the zone, but
Okay, there's a spot there.
yep. Good, good. Then we press the
Oh,
elevator button first. And then we go check the pillar spot, which is on the right side. Yep. Yeah, again, like, if you don't see the elevator close, you're a frame too early.
Celebrate.
Yeah, because you already know those aren't there. Check down. Okay. Those aren't there either. Get those grenades. Don't forget the grenades that you missed on the left side.
Oh, right.
Then you check.
Oh, okay, yeah, so I got that one.
Yeah, with that camera for the cam shot, you need to be closer to it to be fine.
Okay, there's
Tony, you already know where all the spots are. You don't need to go this way. Unless you're just doing it for shadow boxing purposes, which I approve, but
just keeping it, shadow boxing.
all right. I
Make sure that
appreciate the shadow boxing. Carry on. I'm just making sure you're not like, oh, maybe I need to check. So
I never get that.
you anticipate way too hard. Why are you anticipating? Do you see this long ass column? You're fine. You can turn later. This is, you're crawling. Now, to be fair, that is a common mistake everyone makes, is that they make their turns too early. Just wait. Just wait. You're not gaining anything by turning super tight, especially an event. Planar C4, good job ignoring all the useless crap around you. Well done. I like to use this vent time to contemplate my life choices. So what you should be contemplating. Oh my god, I can't speak. Contemplating. Contemplating. I'm thinking about planting C4. Contemplating. Oh my word. I'm so done. I am so done. You should be contemplating your route. Don't forget to cam shot.
Okay, no spot. I'm in the basement.
Mm-hmm. Again, when the elevator lands, you should press pause. I'm gonna do. I hate doing that, but I have to say it every time, because you do that throughout the whole run, you're losing probably like 30 seconds, or yeah, it's probably like 30 seconds, which is a lot for something that, is really small and pure habit. It's nothing to do with execution, unless you're trying to get every frame, but who cares? You want to run diagonally along the wall there. Going towards the water, you're way more likely to get hit because of he's going to hit you or shoot you, You don't remember where the last spot is?
No, I don't.
It's the one by the elevator. So I'm gonna tell this to you straight up. When you start doing attempts of this game, if you can't remember where things are, literally pause the game, like use the pause for the pressing select, write on a note card, pillar spot, blah 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 blah. Because if you can't remember it, write it down, Write it down during a cutscene, literally pause the game. You're allowed to make a note for yourself. Make it easier for yourself. If you can't, until you can actually remember everything about where you're going and all that, reduce the stress of what you need to remember. Because the RNG did not change at all. This has been the same RNG you've been working with for the last 2 hours. Good job remembering what we're going to use for Havoc. All right, that's stage 9. And breathe a nice sigh of relief.
I think so far I hate those 2 stages.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Power plant is pretty rough. Remember what I said? Jaguar calls stage 8 stage hate?
Yeah.
Yeah. And stage 9 is I'm not fine. And this is just like a little chunk of the game, it's like, we've been going chunk by chunk, but we have not done, I've not told you, okay, start from 1 and go all the way to 10, which maybe next time we'll do that to start with or something. Just do everything up until this point or something. Of course, there's not too much left at this point. Like I said, stage 11 is the last one where you can really get lost. And it is a pretty long stage, but the length of the stage in part is just because of cutscenes and super long elevator rides where you're just sitting around. So, basically the hard part of stage 11 is floor 50. And that's about it. The rest of it's not so bad. Viper's a little weird when you start out, but Viper is actually a really easy fight. Once you understand it, it's actually an easy fight. I think I would say that Havoc is a harder fight than Viper 1.
I like fighting Havoc though.
I know, it's a really exciting fight. And you can really demonstrate your skill in the game with the Havoc fight. So it's at the top of that block, that 40 or not 45, that 90-degree angle block.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Good news is it's very easy to notice that you missed it.
Oh no.
Yep, that is exactly what I was warning you about earlier. It's very easy to run to the trigger, and those grenades are gone forever. You can't get them. So
Oh Jesus. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
don't count your grenades. Count the attacks the Havoc is doing. You're really high up. Which is why you're whiffing. Like, you're so high up, you're not really matching the helicopter's movements. Okay, it seems like on easy, it always just one bombardment. 'Cause I've never seen it do more than one bombardment when you get it.
I just wasted a nade.
Yeah, that was not smart. The good news is you know, you should never have this few grenades anyways, so it was still excellent. The rank on stage 10 is actually very tight. Like, if you have a bad Havoc, you may just get a great. Okay. So I have a feeling like we should not go into stage 11 because I don't think we'll have really a lot of time to like cover a lot of it. So maybe at this point we'll just do some review. Um would you like to start at 6 and then go all the way to 10?
I can do
Or do
that.
you want to just do 9, 8, 9, 10 again?
Um, actually, I would much rather do 8, 9, and 10.
Okay. Let me change the scene since I am done showing stuff. So we're going to bring this on over to the solo run scene. All right, fantastic. Just give me a countdown and we'll begin.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. I love how you're like, I don't want to do 6.
No, not right now, at least. Okay, no.
I get it though. Like, this is a power plant is just a lot to take in.
Okay.
All right, we avoided falling into a pit.
Hooray.
You can just hug the wall, by the way. Like, you were like running wide around the wall. Like, you can hug the wall just fine.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the...
Yeah, you're fine doing that.
Okay, oh. Right.
That puddle is electrified. You want to just... After the puddle you run through in the first place, like, all the other puddles are electrified in that room, so just avoid all of them. Do that damage boost.
I wasn't paying attention to the... Okay, this one is one. Cool. B1.
Now we get our ration C4 out. And then we do our tiptoes. Take it easy.
Okay.
Good job. Go, you're not getting lost. So we get that C4 flush in the corner. And split snake down the middle. Yep. Pull out that stun grenade. Beautiful. I mean, the menuing was god-awful, but that doesn't matter because this game goes off of IGT. So that was a very good Nikita skip. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, but I mean, who cares? This is not a real-time attack situation, so. You notice your pillar on your right side. There's no spots exposed. That was a much better stage 8 than last time. Much better. I mean, there was still some janky movement in the basement, but you didn't fall in a pit. You have a better idea of where you're going in the power plant, so that's good. So what's the first thing you do in stage 9?
Well, you go to the elevator, you check the other spot.
Yep, you go to the elevator first, press the button, and then go check the spot. That's right. It's like he's really calculating on this, but I believe. That cutscene with Pyro Bison is also a good time to check in with yourself about how many pillars you've seen and what you have left. So do not pick up the ration first. That was exactly what I was telling you. You go to the elevator first, then you go do that because you're losing time by doing that. You want to go pick up the ration during dead time, not live time. Okay, now we're gonna go up to those C4.
Not a spot, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's a spot.
Mm-hmm. You're looking a lot more comfortable.
I always forget which one this one is. Okay, that one.
Thankfully, you got a little bit of time, so you should think of it as it's the same pillar as the one you checked by the C4. So that pillar was on the right side. So the positioning, the architecture is it's not weird. It makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, we plan our C4. Go check the wall. All right. You're gonna do some shadow boxing. That's a-okay.
Okay, not a spot.
Cool. And now we crawl on the ground like the snake we are.
Damn it, I keep holding up. My finger slips.
Tony slipping on us.
It's the sweating from the calculating.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And then the basement.
Mm-hmm. After we crawl through the vent, we're going to pick up some grenades in the bottom right corner. And then we're going to do a cam shot and run up that electric floor. Nice. You want to be clinical and thorough.
Too early on that. Okay.
It's okay. If you're early, just press it again. No harm, no foul. But remember, you want a damage boost through that left floor because you can't go this way.
Nothing there.
Hmm?
Oh, I forgot to shoot him. Oh, can't go that way.
I think you can. You'll just damage boost.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait,
Did you what?
Did I go the wrong way from coming
No.
back up?
No, because you cannot damage boost up. You can damage boost down, but you can't damage boost up.
Oh, okay.
You can only damage boost up on stage 8. So that was correct. It was just when you came down the first time, you decided to go left, which you cannot at any point. So. All right. So now we are going to exit the power station.
Oh, what the?
Classic turn issues. Again, always like back to basics, crawl into the elevator so you're facing the direction of it while you're waiting. So you don't have to turn while the door is opening or anything like that. You'll see me do the exact same thing with every elevator in this game. Good habits. Okay, that was a little bit more sketchy than your stage 8 execution, but getting better. Some of that was inflated because you're shadow boxing. But yeah, that stage could take as little as like 240 to like over 5 minutes. It's a really big delta on the minimum and the maximum. That guy's dead. Rip that guy. Also rip this kid. He's about to die too. But not Snake, even though he's standing somewhat close. He does one of those fancy flips like he did against the tank in MGS1. Alright, so now the Havoc.
A lot of cutscene.
Yeah, this is a nice chunk right here. Gives you a nice break. Again, think about your Havoc fight. Think about what you need to do coming up. Like it's a good time to like review where the mine locations are, for instance. While you're waiting for that stuff. So you started crawling there really early, but thankfully you did not stand up early like I've seen you do, so it's all good. Let's see if you can remember where all these grenade packs are. Basically, right after the first pack you pick up, you should run straight right. That's your cue, because there's 2 packages together. Very good. So we want to aim for the center of the chopper as much as possible. Base out our grenades based off of the iframes. Hopefully you don't get bad luck. You got what I would consider average luck. Yeah, careful running into your own explosion. That's what happened there. Because the machine gun does not throw you to the ground, but depending on how you throw your grenade, you could run into your own explosion. But that was, that was a fine Havoc fight. I mean, it's not like an expert fight. You want like a 1-teen 10x, I think, but that was pretty good. It took you 18 and a half minutes to do stage 8 through stage 10. RTA. Not bad. Not bad.
I'll take it.
Your stage 8 was really good. Like that was a phenomenal stage 8 as far as I'm concerned. For where you're at, for sure. All right, how long have we been going at this? So I am not overdoing it. Open up the stream manager. 2:43. So we could do another one of 8, 9, 10 if you'd like. Unless you want to review another stage, we could do that as well.
Um, let's I was gonna suggest. Oh, actually, no, it might be too long. I was gonna just say to do 6 through 10, but that might be too long.
You could do 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7. I think you'd have enough time for 5, 6, 7.
Mm,
You're like, oh, I don't
So,
want to do stage 5s.
so I would, but the problem is I don't have a save state for 5 and 6 right now. I have it where you do the thermal skip.
Okay, well then go from thermal skip to through 8 or something. That's fine.
Okay, from the first part or the second part of thermal skip? First part?
First part.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
I just want to make sure you're not like, you know, focusing too heavy on the end game because I haven't seen you do like the first chunk of the game in a while. So
Yeah.
it's just like I don't want to get you in the wrong situation.
Okay. I'm gonna uh I guess I'll just start whenever.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm having window problems anyways. There we go. Don't worry though.
Oh, I messed up the count.
Well, we'll try it again.
There we go. See if my memory serves me right. Oops.
And yeah, I would say your homework for next time is try to do, if you have the time to stream, of course, try to do all the stages that we've done so far in a row. Because it is really easy to. I'll let you focus here.
Yeah, I messed up.
Sorry.
That's it. Oh, damn it. I messed up.
Womp womp. Your setup is a little bit different than the one I showed my video, so. So I run
There's one.
straight down at the start rather than going diagonal. You're moving way too late. I can tell from the music you're moving too late.
Yeah, I didn't. I lost count again.
You do not want to stop before the second laser. You have to cross. You cannot stop there. There is no stopping. You move, you move. It's the second set of the you need to move. That's way too late. I will link you my video at this point. Oh. Or not.
Damn it.
Nope. It's review time, baby.
Yeah, I thought I had it, but
Yeah. The way you're doing this is a completely different setup than how I show it in the video, which, you can do something different, but you need to know how to do it. So there it is. That's the second trip.
I don't remember it.
Yep, just go look at the
Yeah.
link. No need to struggle bus. This is another good place to just have notes out for this. You just have your notes of what the audio cues are.
Okay. There we go.
Be aware you're super close to the lasers. You did remember blue then red, though. So you go plant that C4. So yeah, I didn't do this to you to just be like, you don't remember this, haha. It's more like, hey, this also needs to be thermo skip and Nikita skip. You need to know those both like the back of your hand. Even though obviously I want you to know your lines and all that, you could spend actual minutes screwing around with Nikita skip or thermo skip. So having those notes of like having a cheat sheet for yourself of this is how I do this. This is how I make it easy for myself. This is how I make it consistent for myself. Obviously, I kind of threw a hard curveball at you because it's like we weren't even talking about this, but ultimately, if you're looking to learn the whole game, it's all in sequence. Also, I wanted you to start from 6, but that was the closest we could get.
Yeah, I know. I can only save state a bunch of times. I mean, you could reset the timer if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, okay.
It's
Try
okay. The times don't matter.
it.
This is all educational.
Gotcha.
Yep, get your stuns out. Good job throwing the
Oh,
stun.
I went around the wrong way. Damn it.
Yep. That's okay, though. Job. You seem to be remembering this pretty well. Granted, this was last week, so. Parts I'm not so sure about are like stage 5. Stage 4
Yeah,
outside.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff I gotta go back to. It has been a while.
Yeah, it's really easy to be like, that's all in the past. And it's like, nope, that's the first half of the run.
Mhm. Oops.
The good news is everything from here on out, aside from 11, is just a boss fight and a boss fight. End of the game, boss fight, actual stage, boss fight, boss fight, boss fight. It's like, okay.
And then I made you believe.
Uh I will fully commit when I see a completed run, and then all will be different. There will be no believing anymore. Unlike people who have learned the whole game and just did not do a run, which is like a punch to the gut on epic proportions. Want to remind everyone while we are waiting for the boss. This is Metal Gear
Oh,
Speedrunners, and I'm No Rookie, which is a series that teaches runners in the Metal Gear community speedruns. If you're interested in participating, there is a sign up sheet in our Discord server for I'm No Rookie, whatever game you're interested in learning. We have a fair number of people who can teach you games in the series. So, what direction do you want to hold at the start of this fight?
top left.
Yep, and with your gun that you do not have equipped right now. So you're gonna want to equip that the moment the fight starts.
Oh, damn it, I hit her again.
Stacking dolls, that sucks.
Oh my god.
In the middle, which is my least favorite position. So that's just bad luck. I mean, you could have played that better. I'm not gonna lie to you, but still bad luck.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Like, I was like thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. Before I entered in the room, I was like, wait a minute, I forgot something. Boss fight, R5. Damn it.
Well, truth be told, it didn't matter that much. I think it matters a lot more on higher difficulties because that'll throw off the spinning. So you can get away with that on easy. Higher difficulties, not so much. That's going to throw off your timing because once the first shot is thrown out on higher difficulties, they start spinning faster. You just wait at that door. It's like, imagine that door is a card door. You want to just wait a moment.
Yeah.
All right, time for stage 7.
Oh, wait, no, not that one.
Nope, it's the very top. Yep, there you go. You crawled excessively, but you didn't blow yourself up, so all is fine. That's like passing grade stage 7, you know? You're not leading the class, but you're not, dying in the middle of the class and they have to call 911 or the morgue. So, remember, the positions to start crawling are a bit different. Nice.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
Oh.
too early. Yeah. I think you probably had like a 50-ish. Yeah, 51. It's okay. You didn't die. That's all I care about. There will be time to cut, the 7 seconds or whatever. Broad strokes first. It's the thing I've realized teaching you, like, I'd be careful making sure I am just focusing on broad strokes and not trying to be too picky. It's just a lot. There's a lot of front-loaded stuff first. So, of course, I always want to teach good habits, but step 1 in any speedrun is navigation, navigation, navigation.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. Because I'm gonna forget.
Fair enough. I mean, you should do that in the elevators, but, fair enough. And it's best to keep your rations out during stage 7 just in case you need them from bad luck. Plus bad execution. Next thing you're going to need is not C4, it's grenades.
Oh, it was grenades. Damn. I was thinking C4 like all the time.
You'd eventually figure that out, so.
Oh.
Yep, we want to go through that thin patch, not the big patch. Now we're going to get to the bottom right.
Damn, I did it again.
It's easy to get that mixed up, so. But you cannot run through that puddle from the top. That one is. Unless you want to throw the grenade at the electric box to begin with, at the very start of stage 8 in the basement, then you're not going to be able to run through the puddle. That is an option, and it does actually save you time. But you have to know how to position yourself and not hurt yourself when you do that. So I'd call it a bit of an advanced strategy, but whatever. It gets really complicated with the math because of grenades and stuff, so. Grenade math is awful.
Hmm. Oh, it worked.
Flush with the wall, split the shadow. Fantastic. Not at the wall. Good. Yeah, your stage 8 is looking spick and span. Really, the only rough part of this run so far was the thermo skip, but that was a curveball. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so he's always going to be in this area, but you don't know exactly where. So you gotta be careful about that. Also, when you threw that grenade, like, you could have just started shooting at him since his back was turned to you. If you can avoid throwing a grenade, please try to.
So I'm guessing would you Uh, would you
At
shoot
that
at the beginning?
at at that point, with how that went, yes. Like
Okay.
if his back is just turned to me like that, I'm gonna just start initiating the loop with the Galil.
Okay. Now I know that there's no spot here.
Mm-hmm. You go straight for the elevator, press the elevator button, then check your spots.
No. Ain't go to basement.
Hmm. So you're just gonna run straight. Well, not quite straight down. You have to go down a little bit to the left.
Okay, check this one.
So yeah, my suggestions before. I'm assuming you want to do this again next week. Yeah. Well,
Um, maybe
maybe.
like a refresher and then probably, move on. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, my suggestion is to try to do, either like watch my run up until this point. Do a stream where you do everything 1 to 10, which by that point you are really talking about the vast majority of the game. I know it feels like we've just been in the trenches forever, but you've really learned most of everything. Hi, Airfram. The light is nearly at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, there's a spot. Okay, there's the spot. I'm just
Well,
shadow boxing.
mhm. Well, the good news is, Airfram, that this series of rookie episodes, because this is the 4th episode we've done, we will have covered the vast majority of the game. The only stages that are not in this series are 1 and 2, which are, well, let me ask you, Tony. You feel like 1 and 2 are the easiest stages that you've learned so far?
Yeah,
All
they
right.
they were pretty easy.
1, 2, and 7 are all really simple. I guess 10 as well, but you have to deal with a boss fight, so that can be tricky. The movement is simple leading up to it. So even though the rookie episodes did not include 1 and 2, thankfully I have a nice stage 1 tutorial that goes over the basics of the game. In stage 2, like there is some stuff to easy that's a bit different, which Tony found some cool stuff. Tony has uh given some neat ideas, mostly unintentionally, but that's fine because I'm paying attention to the things that you unintentionally do. So
Glad I could help out.
thank you for learning this game. I was about to say running this game, but we're not there yet.
Not there.
Not quite.
Okay, no spot. Oh, whoops.
So if you're coming from the left side, you want to hit the actual panel, not the door. Just a little thing.
Right, yeah. Okay, so that one had it again? Yeah, it did. Okay. Um,
Yep, down left.
okay.
Snake was kissing the electric generators.
Oh man, this was such a hurdle to climb for me.
Power plant is pretty big. Pretty big.
Started to get the hang of it. It's just I gotta remember the locations.
Yeah, I mean, you do like once you've done like 10 runs of this game, stuff
It'll
like
just
that'll be very familiar to you. Yep. It's really like once you get over that initial hill, then it's less about remembering all this big stroke stuff because that'll just be intuitive to you, which is the kind of thing I take for granted.
I got hit twice with the rumble.
Feels bad. That's just bad luck. Sorry. Welcome to stage 9. This is just the bad luck stage. All right. Big ol' havoc.
Yeah, I wanna try and stream more practice. It's been crazy with work right now, especially like trying to cram everything in. Bye, Jimmy.
R.I.P. Jimmy. We will miss you.
He's the big guy.
The big kid, man. So my guess is your first run will probably be about 90 minutes long. Maybe 1 hour 40. Depends on how well you can keep everything together. Um, ideally you're looking more at around 80 minutes. My easy record is 1 hour 13:45. But, you want to aim for about 1 hour 20 starting out.
I'm guessing, do you calculate RTA or IGT?
No, RTA is from difficulty select to stage 13 complete showing up on screen. That's RTA.
Okay.
After that point, there's no IGT to speak of, so. Look at you being all fancy, throwing a horizontal grenade.
No. Oh. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that was really good luck. With one extra throw, you would have had a perfect Havoc fight. That was still very good, though. Okay, that took you 34:28. Understanding that there was about 5 minutes of goofiness there, so it was about 30 minutes for you to get from the end of stage 5 to this point. Sounds about right. Not bad. So how are you feeling, Tony? Exhausted? Relieved?
I was gonna say overwhelmed, but
Oh,
no,
no.
no. It's fine. No, I feel good. I feel a lot better. 8 and 9 was like the big hurdle. Like, that was definitely a challenge for me, but I feel like I'm gonna get better with it.
Yeah, once you get through the information dump, because that's really what that is. It's just like, here's all this stuff you need to know about. But, like, mechanically speaking, stage 9 is not complicated.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of obstacles. The obstacle is RNG, that's the obstacle. Stage 10, it's just a boss. It's like, okay. Stage 8 is the one that's like, a little bit hair raising because of the trick, but you have that fairly well down. So that's good. And I mean, from here on out, it's just 3 more stages. Stage 11 is going to be that last one where you're, going to be groaning a bit. But that's the last one where you might be groaning a bit.
Okay.
Um, After that, it's just being familiar with the boss fights at the end of the game, and then you're done. Like, that's it. The light is coming at the end of the tunnel. So, I want to commend you for coming this far. like I said, if you have the time this week, I would suggest going 1 through 10 or watching my run from 1 through 10 just to sort of like, okay, okay. And you can like fast forward through the cutscenes or whatever, obviously, which cuts out a lot of like just the waiting time. Just so you can review a little bit of the stuff you have not seen in several weeks.
Right.
Um, and that's about it. So I am going to say thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to Joe for the late raid. Sadly, we are now done with this big ol' episode of I'm No Rookie. Episode 26. We're getting closer and closer to episode 30, folks. Very exciting. Once again, if you are not already following this channel and you've been enjoying this stream, please do give this channel a follow. Variety of content shown on this channel from members of the Metal Gear speedrunning community. I'm Plywood. You can watch me here every Monday night around this time. And you can also watch me on my own channel, twitch.tv/plywood_. And Tony, you can watch Tony at twitch.tv/solidTony.